Hello every butt stallions, handsome Jack Boy here, bringing you guys the third episode of my Borderlands Eridian Weapons Guide. And in this episode, I'm going to be covering the Eridian Lightning. As you can see there in the red text, it says, I feel like I'm going to break this thing. That means that the Eridian Lightning fires a bolt of energy that continuously deals powerful shock damage to the target for a short period of time. Now, one more thing of note, this particular Eridian is from the vanilla game and not the Nox DLC, which pretty much means that you don't have to have that DLC in order to find this gun. Now, right off the bat, I kind of want to explain this really quick. You will notice that in this footage, I keep switching to what looks to be the same gun over and over. And, well, what I had to do to show off gameplay of this, I kind of had no other choice because this gun was just so hard to get gameplay for. But what I did was I pretty much duplicated myself 4 of the exact same Eridian Lightnings. The reason for this was because this thing has the absolute worst magazine size that I've seen for an Eridian thus far. And by thus far, I mean that I haven't tried out every Eridian yet. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on to the usage and description section here on the wiki for this gun. It says the Lightning has, unlike many other Eridian weapons, very good raw stats. It also has extremely powerful elemental damage that can electrocute targets in just a few shots. Though shock damage is typically weak against flesh, the Lightning works well even against unshielded enemies. The drawback to the Lightning, like many Eridian weapons, is that it has a small magazine and recharges rather slowly. This drawback limits its effectiveness in heavy combat situations and limits it to mid to long range combat, the latter being made more difficult due to its low scope magnification. Having 2 Eridians equipped at the same time can offset this issue of its capacity slightly, giving one weapon time to recharge while the other is being fired. Unlike most other weapons in the game, the lightning bolt fired by this rifle hits its target instantaneously. Therefore, the compensation required when shooting at distant moving targets with a slower moving projectile is significantly reduced. It also has virtually no recoil, so the gun can be fired rapidly without having to compensate for recoil, throwing off accuracy. As with other Eridian weapons, the character's movement speed is slightly reduced with this gun in hand. Now, my opinion about the Eridian Lightning, let me just get this out there, I'm not a fan of this gun, at all. There's a couple really big problems that I have with it. The first of which is, well, it's really low magazine size. Again, the worst magazine size that I've seen for an Eridian thus far, which is kind of a big deal, but everything else about this thing, apart from one other issue, are actually pretty good. The damage is definitely up there. I was a little shocked when I saw how much damage I was doing. No pun intended, by the way, but you really kind of start to notice the damage drops off significantly when up against bigger, more bullet sponge-like enemies such as bullies or badasses. It tends to be a little bit more of a pain, so I think it's more suited for smaller enemies. You definitely want to aim for the head. Just treat it as you would a sniper rifle, which is what it is, just in Eridian form. That also could be why I don't like it. I'm just not a huge sniper rifle kind of guy, never have been. My playstyle is more along the lines of get up close and personal, you know, break out the shotgun or whatever. It's pretty much the opposite. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't really see myself using this gun. I mean, sometimes I will pull out a sniper rifle and have some fun with that. I don't hate sniper rifles. I do enjoy using them every once in a while just to mix things up a little. But this thing, I just don't see myself using hardly at all. With that being said though, if you're the kind of guy that does enjoy using sniper-like weapons, this thing may be for you. It does have its drawbacks, pretty severe drawbacks, like the really low magazine size. I didn't really get to my second complaint, which was its terrible recharge rate, but that kind of goes for all of the other Eridians, at least the ones that I've tried. So I'm not going to say that this gun sucks or anything like that. It's decent, and I think in the right hands it can be pretty good. But in my hands, it's the complete opposite. So yeah, I think apart from that, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'm out of here. Peace!